I really hope everything is working properly because I just got a new camera and I have no idea how to use it. Hello YouTube, it is Jalen. I am alive. Feels like I blinked and 2 years went by. But I just wanted to talk about some of my feelings. If anybody cares. If anybody doesn't care, that's okay too. I just wanted to post this for myself. If you are watching, hello. It's good to see you again. I don't really know where to start. I hope my camera's in focus. I just moved, so I'm still organizing stuff. You'll probably see Frankie running around in the background, but I plan on having this wall filled with a bunch of art. I keep looking at myself in the viewfinder. I should be looking here, not over there. I wasn't really sure what to wear for this video, so I wanted to wear what felt like the most me, and I wear this hoodie all the time. It's very comfy, and I like the color. I wrote some, feels weird talking to a camera again, not gonna lie. I don't really know where to start, but I did write some points down. Hold up, wrote some bullet points down. Oh, no, I wrote bullet points down of how I feel. Most of the stuff that I watch on YouTube is content about people no longer being on social media, and I guess how like social media has changed, and how people are putting away their phones and not really using Instagram anymore because it rots your brain, and just, I don't know. But I find myself watching YouTube videos a lot, and I kind of hope that I can maybe be a light in the darkness, since everything is so curated, monetized, and fake, in my opinion, maybe not in yours. I just wanted to talk about my feelings, and maybe if you're watching this, you feel the same way. If you don't, cool. My first point is social media comparisons and being overly self-critical. I found myself, while editing videos, because you have to sit there and like stare at yourself the entire time, I found myself just kind of overanalyzing everything that I did, and just my mannerisms, facial expressions. Obviously, there's always going to be trolls and stuff on the internet of people. I want water. Hold on. I have acquired water. Wait, let me read my bullet points again. I lost my train of thought. Just like overanalyzing myself and my face, and maybe it's not as pretty as other faces, and maybe I don't fit the beauty standard of the Instagram face, and just I feel like the beauty standard keeps getting higher and higher and higher, and it's just fucking tiring being a woman and comparing yourself to other beautiful women. No shame to them. They're awesome. Pretty women are great. Just constant comparisons sucks. And Instagram is a lot of that. Less so YouTube. I don't really see content like that on YouTube, which is why I've been steering more towards YouTube again and not really using my Instagram or TikTok. TikTok is bad with that. The like filters and shit. Just, I feel like nobody's, I don't know, I'm guilty of using filters on TikTok. I do cosplaying. I like to dress up as characters and not look myself. Not really from like a, that really doesn't stem from insecurity. I just like to do my makeup, and I like to wear wigs and dress up. I think it's a form of art, and I love art in every way, shape, and form. Just overall comparing myself to other people. And this is more based on like physical appearance. My next point in that, the overly self-critical thing, is online persona versus reality. When you do YouTube a lot, or just like social media a lot, it kind of blurs the lines between who you actually are and if you're performing for other people. I felt like I was no longer making videos for myself, and that because my animal videos got popular, I just started listening to my audience and doing things that I thought other people wanted to see versus what I wanted to do for myself. And I love animals. I loved making those videos. It just felt more like a performance versus who I am naturally. I mean, I am like that. Like, this is me. I now feel more secure in who I am as a person, and I don't feel like other people can tear me down anymore. And I feel like who I am presenting to you is my most authentic self. Nobody else is here to tell me what to do or say, and I'm not listening to anyone right now. I'm just looking at my camera, talking to you guys. So this is coming from like who I am, saying all of these things, where versus when I was younger, I was more manipulated by like what I saw online or by who was around me and trying to please other people versus just doing things for myself. I will talk about that more at the end of this video, but that's the main reason I really feel the urge to come back to YouTube. I'm on YouTube a lot, just watching videos. I try and watch more long form content because my attention span fucking sucks. I'm fixing that. I'm trying to fix that. Long form content is better for my brain. I noticed that if I'm like doom scrolling too much, I've completely cut out doom scrolling. I don't scroll on TikTok at all anymore. I post on there sometimes, but it's all just, mostly just stuff for my drafts, honestly. I never really have time to film TikTok videos anymore. I lost my train of thought. Anyway, next point. Internet can be a dark place is my next point. I'm gonna talk about just internet trolls and people that suck on the internet in general and are mean. Obviously, everybody, if you're gonna be online and hear everybody's opinions, you're gonna get hate comments. It's bound to happen. You just kind of have to get used to that. But being a teenager and being online and getting hate comments, I wouldn't say that I got more than the average person. I actually tried not to read my comments most of the times because even though a lot of them were positive, you just see that like one hate comment that sticks with you. And it's like people can say a million positive things, but for some reason you remember me, I remember the bad ones more. Negative comments, they don't really affect my ego, but it's more of a reminder of the darkness in the world and in society and in people. I know most of the time if people are spending their time leaving a shitty comment on your video, then, you know, they have nothing else going on better in their own life. So that doesn't really, I don't really take that personally from like my character. I know who I am. It's more so the fact that I always try and see good in people, and I've encountered not really that many great, well, okay, I've encountered not great people in my life, which brings me to another point, which I will talk about later. There being negativity on the internet and in comments constantly is just a reminder that humanity isn't always innately good, and people do suck sometimes. And you know what? Sometimes I'd rather live in blissful ignorance and just be around my animals and make art and hope that everyone is nice and feels the same way as I do, but that's not the case. So it can be a tragic reminder getting shitty comments that there are terrible people in the world. So whatever. My next point is that the internet has changed. I wanted to talk about algorithms for a little bit. Just feel like the internet is very curated now, and it shows you what it thinks that you want to see, which can be helpful to creators to a certain extent. I don't know, it's just constantly pushing you to watch more and more and more, especially on like Reels, which is newer to the internet years, like Reels and TikTok, short form content. It's just always wanting to keep your attention, and your attention is monetized now. I mean, your attention is really of value to these advertisers, and people are always trying to sell you things on the internet. It just feels very inauthentic, whereas back in the day when I used to watch YouTube when I was younger, it was like all the homepage was all the videos that were like viral at that time. So it was always suggesting you videos that like had a lot of views that weren't necessarily based on things that you had searched. It was just like popular videos. Hello, I have another point that I would like to bring up with that. I'm editing the video at the moment. I would like to talk about the fact that I feel like things on the internet back in the day were different also in that things were less niche, like everybody had seen the same viral video
And nowadays, everything is so hyper specific to other people's interests that it separates us more. Now with like TikTok, everybody's For You pages are different, where like Vine, all of us had seen the same videos and old YouTube videos. We had all grown up watching the same YouTube videos and the same creators. And the internet is just so oversaturated now that it just feels more and more divided.
It wasn't an algorithm feeding you stuff. Like, I feel like before things were monetized, people were making videos just for the fun of making videos instead of trying to make money out of it, which there's nothing wrong with wanting to make money off the internet. It's great if you can be consistent, but it's just, to me, it feels less authentic. Like, I would love to be, I'm demonetized now because I haven't posted in so long. But I would love to make money off the internet. Obviously, that's awesome. It feels like everyone's kind of a sellout now. And people join the internet for the wrong reasons, or they start posting on YouTube for the purpose of making money instead of posting because they like making videos and then, oh wow, I get to make money too? That's cool. It's just different. Not only money, but it feels like everybody wants to be famous, which just really kind of shows in society. People really fall victim to like plastic surgery and stuff, which perpetuates an unrealistic beauty standard for women, which I have a lot of opinions on. I think it's sad that a lot of people are getting plastic surgery nowadays, but like, it's literally creating a face that is unattainable naturally. And I don't really fuck with that. I'm not gonna lie. That's also something that has kept me off the internet recently. Yeah, I don't know, it just feels like every time you open up the internet now, you're just being force-fed advertisements. They wanna suck you dry of your attention, which rots your brain. You're literally just sitting there doom scrolling, and then it's like, oh my god, 2 hours have gone by, and then what, I'm just supposed to do that for the rest of my life and not be present in my actual existence? Yeah, no thanks. Next point is people I've chosen to keep out of my life still watch my content, which if you're watching this and I have chosen to keep you out of my life, hello, you know who I'm talking about. I was not really physically in a place where I felt like I was safe, just my living situation. I didn't really feel like I was able to prosper into my truest self just because I was kind of living on fight or flight mode all the time. Now I am not living in that place anymore. People who I don't necessarily keep in my life still have access to my YouTube channel. Like, I've blocked a lot of people. I've blocked certain people on like my Instagram and TikTok and stuff. YouTube is different. You can just like still Google people's YouTube channels. So I'm aware that people that I know, or people that used to be in my life who I no longer want in my life or to see me anymore, to perceive me, that they will be perceiving me here, and that is okay with me now. I no longer feel that I can be torn down by other people, and since I feel like I am now, obviously life is a journey of finding yourself constantly. People are ever changing. People are very fluid. Things change, but I know who I am in my heart, and nobody can tear me down and try and project their problems onto me anymore and project that I'm a bad person onto me anymore when I know who I am. So if they want to watch my stuff, that's fine. I don't really care. It's not really my concern. I've got better things to do than to care about those people. So, like, take care of my rabbit who just jumped to go poop over there. My next point is digital detoxing. I just want to be on technology less in general. I have realized that it takes away from my actual life just being on a phone screen the entire time. Like, what is it? My fucking phone screen time is like 5 hours a day. Well, not anymore. It's gotten better. It's 5 hours maybe if I'm watching YouTube videos. But like at peak when like TikTok first started and I was doom scrolling all the time. I'm just wasting hours of my life just behind a screen for videos that I don't even remember. Like, and then Instagram is just showing you curated versions of other people's lives that might not be real, and other things are happening behind closed doors that you don't know about, but they're not gonna put that on Instagram. So just kind of making a decision to be on technology less has also kept me away from the YouTube space. I wanted to find a boundary with my technology usage and know when I deem it appropriate to be using it, or if I'm just using it to not process my emotions or to just make a moment go by faster. I feel like most people, their dopamine is all fucked up in their brain, and they're using their phone as their like dopamine source. And instead of like getting dopamine from the real world in front of them, or maybe reading a book or drawing, for me, painting, it's totally fucked up my dopamine circuitry and up here, using my phone for instant gratification, and seeing Instagram likes or whatever. Also, being on my phone too often for too long, I noticed that days where I spend more time on my phone, I'm more disassociated in general. And if you don't know what disassociation is, it's like kind of like an out-of-body experience, both disassociation and depersonalization. If I'm on my phone too much, it's like where you don't feel like you're real, or you don't feel like the world around you is real. I think I more so don't feel like the world around me is real if I'm on my phone too much. Like, you're so locked into this fucking screen, and then you look away, and then, like, I don't know, it still feels like my vision is a projection almost. So that's not good. Not using my phone has also helped that happen less. I journal a lot more now. Journaling keeps me grounded. Wake up in the morning, write something in my journal, write something before I go to bed instead of like doom scrolling on my phone. So that's good. I had to build good habits in order to stray away from my technology usage. Oh yeah, also another one of my points is that my camera broke, and it just kind of like broke at the same time that I wasn't really feeling inspired to make YouTube videos anymore. And I just, you know, that shit was expensive. So I never got a new one. I mean, I could have filmed on my phone, but I'm always out of phone storage. I was gifted a new camera. That was nice. I'm finally confident enough in my ability to actually film videos, and hopefully the mic works well. That would be unfortunate if it didn't. I feel like putting my hood on. Hold on. Yeah, so the loss of my camera kind of made me lose interest. In general, I just kind of pushed that to the back burner. I took my camera into like Office Depot to try and get it fixed, and they were like, we literally don't make this model of your camera anymore, so we can't help you. That was one of the main reasons I stopped posting, and then I just hadn't bought a new one, but now I have a new one, so that's good. My last point in my journal is that I am in my own space finally. I'm finally no longer living with family. It has really allowed me to just flourish creatively, not hearing everybody else's opinions all the time, and being able to just think for myself. And it feels like I can like breathe for one of the first times in my life, and I'm able to decorate my own place, and I have my animals here, and I don't have to worry about anybody else not liking the fact that I have animals. I can just be here in my own space, and I don't have to worry about somebody else invading it, which is great. And I can put all of my art up here, which I need to do. I need to get some more art and make some more art. My bunny is free roam, which is great. I also feel like when I was also living with family before, some of the animals that I was showing like in my videos were not necessarily my animals, but like the ones that they were my family's animals. So I wasn't always the one taking care of them. Now I am with animals that are like rightfully mine, that I care for every single day, and I feel very confident in the way that I care for them. Obviously everyone has their opinions on how people should and should not take care of their animals, but I mean, my animals are happy and healthy. My bunny is free roam in this bedroom, even though he likes to eat drywall. which I have to put, like, I have the door blocked so he doesn't eat the corner of the fucking door. I can show you. Hold on. There's metal here and here and on the corners so my rabbit doesn't eat it. Here is the rabbit. Frankie is pooping and eating hay. Very happy bunny. Hello, baby. Hi. Are you doing a good poop? Oh, you are going pee-pee. Very good. Very good. I don't know if I forgot anything. Maybe, maybe not. But I'm very excited to be back in the YouTube space. If you watched this video for this long, or if you watched it at all, I really appreciate you. If somehow you are new and are not subscribed to me, if you would like to subscribe to me, that would be great. I plan on posting things now that I feel like Jalen. I have a lot of video ideas that I would like to do. I plan on doing a video on my bunny and just like a routine with my bunny, and then I have lizards over here and I still have my snakes here and I have some spiders. So I would like to do videos with those guys, and I'm excited to be back on YouTube, and I hope that you keep watching my videos. That would be great. Okay, anyway, bye bye.